All right, I'm just bringing everybody on. So totally random, because I'm gonna do this probably every week. Raise your hand if you started shopping at Shein since I've been talking about it at all. Anybody start shopping yet? Okay, this just got delivered. I'm obsessed. I seriously, I don't even know what that is. It's like Christmas every day. But it's so scary. It literally just got delivered. Just think, if you're going to the Shred Tribe retreat, I'm bringing all my stuff to give to everyone. I'm only wearing it once. Look, they're so bright and colorful. You know you shop too much somewhere. I don't know if I said this already. When you get something that you already just got. So now you have duplicates and have to send them back. I have issues. But that big bag cost me like $55 for everything. So exciting. All right. Oh, look. And then this is what happens. I just talked about it. It literally just came on my thing. What is it? 703? 702. It's like stalking me. Everybody should just buy one item from there one time. You'll be hooked. You guys all know my gay friend, Jerry. Some people know him. Big, tall guy. Some people know him if they live locally. I got him hooked. He went on and started buying stuff, which is really funny. All right. We're going to give it another minute. We're going to get started. So today's topic, I don't know if we've actually done this before. I'm going to talk about traveling, vacations, things that you can bring. What happens if you're at a gas station and you're starving? Hacks, lots of stuff. And I would say that I would type it all up, but I just don't have the time. But we'll see if my time allows going forward. I can't promise you guys anything. I would love to type it up and make it a little ebook, but we'll see what happens. My coaches did start, which is a good thing. Okay. So raise your hand if, let me get my notes in order here. If you are going away on vacation in the next 2 to 3 months, even if it's a weekend getaway, couple of days, raise your hand if you feel stressed and overwhelmed. What am I going to do while I'm on vacation, eating, hanging out, doing all that stuff? All right. So not all these ideas. Hold on one second. I love it, Sarah. Just wait. You're going to get all your Bahama stuff. You're going to be hooked. I have like 9 things sitting on our massage table. He got so big. Okay. Sidebar, back to where I was. So a couple of things that you should bring with you. If one of these things, not necessarily, but if you need them and you think you should bring it, you should bring it. But things I'm going to say to you, you might not eat burgers, so it doesn't apply to you. Just let it go over your head. But this is for everybody. So sturdy cutlery. I went on Amazon and I bought this little fork, knife, spoon set because I eat in my car. I'm always an on-the-go eater. Always. You guys know my life. My refrigerator is basically a cooler. And I was going through plasticware, 200 a week, those boxes, and it was costing me a fortune. You don't realize it until you start buying it all the time. So I went on Amazon and they have like little to-go kits, like travel fork, spoon, knives, all that stuff. And I actually bought 5 of them so I can leave them in places, like each gym I work at. I keep one in my glove box and I keep one in my cooler because I was keeping in my glove box. I realized when I'm in the gym, I didn't have it or at someone's house and I had to go back out to my car. Not a big deal, the walk, but then I'd have to leave my client. It just didn't work. So I bought, I think 5 or 6 kits. And I actually gave some out as gifts, which are great gifts as well. And one of the kits actually came with a bowl that squishes down and a plate. And the bowl that squishes down is awesome because I eat oatmeal on the go and I don't always like to use the cups from Kodiak because there's a lot more carbs in it than the pouches. So I was going through the red Solo cup plates a lot. So think about getting some kind of sturdy cutlery. Even if you don't want to travel with it, when you get to where you're going, go to the dollar store. There's a dollar store everywhere. It might not be, it might be Dollar Tree, it might be $5 and under or $5 below, whatever the hell it's called. But they all have sturdy cutlery that you can keep with you and throw it away. You don't have to take it with you. It's like $3. Or someone else, and this has nothing to do with the Shred Tribe, but someone ordered like the tanner and firmer and had me mail it to where she's going over the summer. So if you know you're going somewhere, make sure whatever you want, you send it there ahead of time. That will help you also. I also have somebody that lives in 2 different houses, one in the winter, one in the summer. She keeps stuff at both houses. So that's a great option, a great thing to have. Sturdy cutlery. A spork, fork, spoon is a great option too if you don't want everything. So you can also, you can use it as a knife too if you really had to, right? The next thing is a travel scale. So they make kitchen scales, but they also make travel scales. Now, the scale I use for postage, I don't use it for my food because I don't weigh my food anymore, but it's literally this big. It does have the tear, by the way, Stacy. I know you asked me. It's like this big, and I like stick it in my my bag, my Lululemon bag that I take everywhere with me, just in case I have to mail something, which is totally weird, but I could do pirate ship from my phone and I could just do it right there. I'm like a walking post office. So that's a great option. It slides anywhere. It's very thin, very little. If you're afraid of going off the walls on vacation and you're staying somewhere, bring a travel scale. I never tell you to weigh anything, but I always think that if you're more accountable and focused, it'll help you. So think about your travel scale. Next thing is backup Tupperware. So if you are staying at a friend's house or if you're going to a restaurant because you're out somewhere and now you take food back with you, it's not going to last very long in those metal tins. But if you bring Tupperware with you, or if you go to the dollar store, wherever you are, or Winn-Dixie or Publix or whatever supermarket, they sell the cheapies. They're not Tupperware, and they're not lock kind or whatever, but it's the cheap ones with the red tops that you use. We give them away when people come over to stay for when they come over for dinner. We send them home with it because we know we're never going to see it again. Those kinds of things. Another option is on Amazon. And I should be giving you links to these because I could be building my business, but there's the to-goes, the black to-go containers that we use for meal prep. Those are great to slide into your suitcase, 2 or 3 of them. The lids are already on it. They don't weigh anything, to bring with you or send ahead of time. This is not something you can bring with you, but it's great on vacation. Frozen water bottles. There's a couple of reasons why frozen water bottles are good. Keeps your food cold. So let's say and any hotel has a freezer, like you have the little refrigerators usually. If you put your water in there long enough, it'll get frozen. Or if you go to the ice machine and push the ice through your water bottle, if you put that in your cooler or in your backpack, depending on if you're going to Disney, wherever you're going on a white water rafting, you're going for a long hike, eventually those frozen water bottles will thaw out and they'll be cold water. But they'll also serve another purpose of keeping everything cold. So those are really good to have on hand. Another reason why they're really good is if you're doing a lot of activity outside and it's really hot out and you feel overheated, if you put it on the back of your neck, it immediately brings your body temperature down. So like when people feel like they're going to pass out at Orange Theory, the first thing I do, and which happens often, first thing I do is take an ice cold water bottle, put it long ways on the back of their neck, and it automatically brings their heart rate down, automatically brings their body temperature down, and it's great. So frozen water bottle. All right, so travel must-haves, sturdy cutlery, a travel scale, backup Tupperware, and their frozen water bottles. Everybody got them? Because remember I said I don't know if I'm going to be sending out this on paper. And also, of course, you want to stay hydrated. Okay, the other thing is low-calorie condiments. So I know a lot of them come glass. So once you go to where you're going, nobody's going to the desert where there is no stores, I don't think. And if you are, reach out to me. I want to know where you're going. They sell the little containers of everything. You know, the little bottles. I use the buffalo sauce. I can't think of the name of it, but it's like mild buffalo sauce or whatever. There's like one fat in a tablespoon. I put that on everything. I sound like Frank's hot sauce, but it's not. It's not made by Frank's, but it is buffalo sauce. So I bring that to friends' houses because I put it literally, I eat it with shrimp. I eat it with chicken. I eat it with my eggs. I don't know why I'm obsessed with it. It's really good. It gives flavor. But you can also do like not mustard, you know, wherever you are, bring mustard with you, bring regular hot sauce if you like all that stuff. At a restaurant, wherever you are, they're all going to have these condiments. So those are great things to help you stay focused. You don't have to have the full of fat and carbs barbecue sauce. Most places, and this is not going to be fun, I get it, but God forbid, or if you are diabetic, they have sugar-free and low sugar condiments for people that are diabetic or borderline diabetic. My mom is, and everywhere we go, she's like, do you have the low sugar syrup? Do you have the low sugar barbecue sauce? It's a great alternative if you're trying to hold on to your macros for something even better. So we went to the Keys and I knew that I wanted key lime ice cream. We're in the Keys. How do you not get key lime ice cream? And you guys all know I'm an ice cream frozen yogurt freak. And there's this like fudge place that looks like the perfect summer spot to go. Like we used to go to Lake George all the time. It reminded me of Lake George. And so I knew I wanted to go there. So we went to eat and everybody got lobster before we went there and all this other stuff. And they're all dipping it in the butter and everything. So I asked for cocktail sauce and mustard. And all my food I used with that versus butter, tartar, all that other crap, because I knew I was saving my carbs and my fats for the key lime ice cream. I will give up anything for something. If I know that something is waiting for me that I get to eat that I want, I will give up something because to me, that is allowing myself to have whatever I want, that I really don't care that I had to give up what I gave up. My friend Jerry texted me today and he's like, hey, I made mac and cheese. This is what he sends me. He's the biggest between Cheryl and him. Cheryl's a dessert sabotager. And here's Jerry. Wait till you see the show because you know Jerry. He sends me this. And now mac and cheese is my #1 favorite meal in the entire world. And he goes, I made homemade mac and cheese. Would you like some? Are you coaching tomorrow? I'm going to leave you a nice big dish. Don't forget it. Where should I put it? He goes, are you really going to eat it if I put it there? I said, yes, it'll be my lunch. I said, I'll just add it to my macros tonight for tomorrow. Let me know all the ingredients. So I know that I'm going to totally have that, which means I'm going to have to give up my Kodiak in the morning and probably one like a churro bar, make my churro puffs. But I love mac and cheese. He made it. I'm not restricting myself. Same thing if you're on vacation. Don't restrict yourself. Don't overindulge, but you have to be mindful of what you're doing. Budget for what you know you're doing. When you're on vacation, a lot of times we wing it, but you wing it to a point. So like you have to make reservations a lot of times. Yeah, you're probably right, Callie. We know something we're doing, so plan ahead. Okay, another thing to bring with you is protein powder. Someone messaged me and they sent me a picture of a baggie with protein powder. They're like, do you think I'm going to get busted getting on the airplane? All you have to do is write protein powder on it. Do not try to do anything illegal. All you have to do is write protein powder on it and they let you go through. You can also just bring the container. A lot of people are thrivers. Just get the travel packets. Don't bring the whole container with you. Not to mention, if you are somewhere, they sell protein powder majority of the time. And then we can go back to the Amazon. You could always have it shipped to where you're going if you're staying with family, right? Instead of schlepping everything with you, just have it all delivered to that person's house before you get there. You can use your protein powder to put in your coffee, because when you're on vacation, you're always tempted to go with the lattes and the frappes and whatever the hell those things are called. Put the protein powder in there. You'll be happier with yourself. You can also stir it in your oatmeal, your yogurt we talked about in the past. Those are great options when you're on vacation, when you really can't cook. So a lot of times, you know, we're in a hotel room. Seasonings. So Mike hates when I do this, but when we go to let's say Park Avenue Grill, we didn't, but we went to somebody's party on Saturday and they had Park Avenue Grill, and they had all the baggies with the salt, the pepper, the handy wipe. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When you go somewhere and it's all in that little plastic, it's ready to go. So I went up to the girl whose party we were at and I was like, can I take like 10 of these? And Mike was mortified. But they had so many things of those, like it was a whole tray and there was only like 20 people. So she's like, yeah, take them. Those things are great. If you go into any store and you see them, does anybody shop at Ideal Nutrition in West Palm? They're there. As soon as you walk in the door, all those packets are there. I always grab some. They're great to have. Salt and pepper, a napkin, a fork, a knife, usually a knife, or a fork and a spoon, or a spork. But those are great because you have your salt and pepper packets and they're easily throwing into a bag or something. I probably have them in my purse right now. If I ever went on Let's Make a Deal and they said, pull out the most random things from your kitchen, I would have it in my bag. Not in my purse, but in my bag. Having your favorite seasoning will make a huge difference when you're traveling. So if you love the truffle seasoning, get it in the smaller size and travel with it. It will make it so much easier when you're going out. You can pull it out of your bag and you can put it on your food wherever you are. Nobody wants to travel with me, believe me, but it works. And I stay focused. And Mike and I both actually lost weight when we were away on the Keys for 3 days. And we had everything we wanted. I drank every day, but we just were mindful about it. Okay, so those are the things that you should bring with you. Here's some great snack, grab and go ideas that I put together. Turkey jerky, turkey pepperoni, skim milk string cheese, Baby Bell and Laughing Cow cheese, pretzels, hard-boiled eggs, snap peas, cherry tomatoes, the little hummus snacks cups that they sell, granola bars, but the Quaker granola bars, they make one that's 25% less sugar. Great option. Snack pickle packs. Do you remember when I used to talk about those all the time? Those are great, and they don't have to be refrigerated. So they're great if you're going to an amusement park. Just stick them in your bag. Rice cakes or the rice chips, you know, the little ones, those are a great option. 16 of them is one serving of the little ones, of the baby ones. So those are great options. So all those things take with you as ideas. So you can also make your own like little snack packs. You could take a flavored tuna packet, a Laughing Cow cheese, and if you can find lettuce somewhere, awesome. But if not, you can do your lettuce packet, which is your protein, and your Laughing Cow, which is your fat. If you have pretzels, make that your carbs. It's a great little container idea to take with you on the go. Slice up some cucumbers. If you like raw broccoli or cauliflower, I don't. But if you like raw tomatoes, raw cucumbers, and you have your little hummus packs, great option to have snacks on the go. If you're hiking, biking, they're light, easy, just stick them in your bag. Another triple would be like one of those applesauce packets. They make the Muscle Man makes no sugar applesauce. You can add cinnamon to it. It's really good if you add your own cinnamon. The skim milk string cheese, some rice crackers, rice cakes, great triple snack pack. plain fat-free Greek yogurt with whey protein powder, and maybe on the side have your granola bar. So those are great as snack packs because you all want something easy to grab and go. If you're going to if you're at a, this happens to me all the time. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? No. We get to the gas station to go pee and I'm like, God, I'm starving. And then I see all this food. I see the Dunkin' Donuts. I see all the tasty treats. And that's really where I want to go. But then they have that center thing. You ever see that where the apples are, the bananas, and they have like a bunch of things that you can grab and go. Like they have to replace those. They're fresh. They're dated. So you could do like a single serve Greek yogurt, and they always have like their fresh fruit in there, like strawberries and berries. You can make your own little parfait while you're at the gas station. I've done that with my mom going to Orlando. Even just the fresh fruit. Gas stations have really good fresh fruit. When I used to work at Orange Theory, I would always just run in and grab something fresh, like the apple or something. Great alternative when you're on the road, especially driving somewhere. Or if you're at the airport, go for the fruit, the berries, the apples. I'm not a big banana person because I don't want to give up those carbs, but if you have them, you can do that. They sell in gas stations the little single servings of like nut butter. So if you have the room in your fats and carbs and you want to do like a little bit of apple with the nut butter, it's a great option when you're on the go. If you're in the car and you're not the one driving, as long as you share with the person driving. Remember, you have that spare Tupperware that you brought. You can put it all in there and mix it all up because you have that packed because we talked about it earlier. Let me see what else I have in my notes. Okay, so that's options for your gas station. Raise your hand if you love burgers. Anybody love burgers? Okay, so if you want to have a burger, most burgers are very high in fat. It's just they use the shit meat usually, not the shit meat, but they usually use the fatty meat because that's what makes it taste the best. Turkey burgers are white because there's hardly any fat. Chicken burgers are white and they get dry because it's probably 93.7 normally. So you want to first ask how much fat, what your meat is, and they will tell you. And we talked about this last week. Stay away from that Wagyu meat. It's all fat. That's why I guess it tastes so good. I don't eat red meat, so I have no idea. But doesn't do anything for me. But if you skip your toppings, your mayonnaise, your bacon, your cheese from the store, wherever you're eating, but remember, you have stuff with you. So you can use your condiments that you have packed. If you brought cheese with you, those Bonnie Bells, they melt really quickly. You can put one on top of your burger, depending on if you're getting it to go or if you're actually sitting in the restaurant. I wouldn't start pulling out your Bonnie Bell and start mushing it on your burger. That'd be kind of weird, but that's funny that I just said that because everything I do is really weird, but to me, that sounds weird. So ask for your bun to be untoasted. And the reason why is because when they toast your bun, does anybody know what they do? They put a little bit of butter on it. And it makes it taste so freaking good. But if you ask for it not toasted, they cannot do that. And then you could always hollow it out. I like to hollow out my buns, like if I have a turkey burger, because then I can stack more stuff on top of it and make it like a home. And it encompasses it, which is great. Nothing spills out. It just keeps it all there. They'll also add oil. If they say they don't put butter in it, it's because they put oil in it. But they're not going to tell you that because you asked if they only had butter on their buns. They'll get away from not answering that question. Load up on tomatoes, lettuce, and pickles. Those are all volume foods. Put a ton of it on that burger. To stay lower carbs, have one slice of the bread or ask for big lettuce leaves and use that as your bun. A lot of places have lettuce buns. If you go to True Kitchen, I don't know if you guys have them where you live, but we do. And I always get the turkey burger with the lettuce bun. So good, so good. Okay, so when you're ordering at a restaurant, what time is it? I have a few minutes, right? When you're ordering at a restaurant, I'm gonna give you some options. So if you're ordering pizza, you wanna not have the deep dish, skip the extra cheese, skip the extra oil on top, skip fatty protein, salami, Who put salmon on their pizza? Salami, bacon, sausage, and don't eat every slice. Instead, get thin crust, ask for a tomato base, get only half cheese. Now, they're not going to put half the cheese on your pizza. They're going to spread out the cheese a little bit thinner. So you're not going to get half sauce, half cheese. They layer it a little bit thinner on top of the pizza. Get a lean protein, chicken breast, extra vegetables. We just talked about it. Get tomatoes or get onions or get green peppers. You can even get, I love arugula on my salad, and it's a great filler. And unless you know someone else is going to eat them and you can control yourself, do not take leftovers if you're eating somewhere getting pizza. Because pizza is amazing in the morning. And sometimes we think macros don't count when you just wake up in the morning because you haven't weighed yourself yet. But it counts. So unless somebody you're with is going to eat it, don't take them, because it'll be tempting to you. All right. For sushi, stay away from anything tempura, fried. Stay away from pork belly, sweet sauces, which is eel sauce, which I know a lot of people love, and oil or mayonnaise. So if you like spicy tuna sushi, forget the spicy mayo, ask for sriracha. That's what I do. I love it. It still has that bite. It's just not the mayo. You can totally get white rice. Don't be afraid to get white rice. I talked about this last week. White rice and brown rice, really a lot of times the only difference between white rice and brown rice is they put a coloring in to make the brown rice look brown. It doesn't change, honestly, it doesn't change your carbs. If you look at it, it's not that big of a difference. So if you love white rice, get white rice sushi. Enjoy that. Use soy sauce. Like they always have light soy sauce wherever you go. It has a little green thing on it. Even Publix, when you get their sushi to go, it's light soy sauce. It's not regular soy sauce. You can also use, instead of soy sauce, aminos. It tastes exactly like soy sauce. Now that's more for home, or maybe you're going to somebody's house and they have it. I don't like this, but pickled veggies, I didn't even know they sell that at sushi places, but that's an option. All right, we're moving on to Mexican. Meeting will end in 10 minutes. Okay. Stay away from high carb, fat meals, no burritos, quesadillas, hard shell tacos, tostados, enchiladas, all the things we want, right? Stay away from pork, chorizo, ground beef. Don't ask for extra cheese. Ask for less or light sour cream. Try to stay away from refried beans, but have black beans. Get salads and bowls versus burritos and enchiladas and quesadillas. Only allow yourself to have one carb. So you're either going to have the rice or you're going to have the tortilla, the thing, depending on how many of your macros are allowed, of course. Always get extra vegetables. Ask for half the cheese. Sour cream always on the side. And salsa is an unlimited condiment. So you can put that on your eggs. You can put that on whatever you want. Kind of like a Southwest omelet. We already talked about burgers, so I'm not going to go over that again. If you're going for like Asian food, make sure you get lean, skinless protein. We talked about this last week, that when you ask for chicken, they're going to give you a thigh. That's how it's done. So you have to ask what kind of chicken you're getting in your meal. And then you can request to have chicken breast. And they can tell you they don't have it. And then you can say, okay, I'm ordering shrimp. Always ask for light oil, get steamed vegetables. The soups are great. Soy and oyster sauce are great as well, as if you're at an Asian place. Stay away from the peanut sauces, you know, like Thai. What is that? Why can't I think of it? What it's called?
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai. Thank you, Pad Thai, which I do love Pad Thai. But stay away from that. That's all fats and carbs. If you go into a steakhouse, try to stick with bottom sirloin steak, shellfish, chicken, even pork. tenderloin is great. Try not to get the ribeye. Try not to get the porterhouse, the T-bone, or bacon. So stay away from Texas Brazilian, whatever that thing is called, where they shave the meat. Unless you have it. Anything I'm saying is if you account for it, you can have it, but I'm just giving you options to not have to skim across the top. Stay away from the fries, stay away from the potato chips. Ask them if they have sweet potato fries. You can use steamed, you can have steamed vegetables. If they bring bread to the table, tell them no, thank you. Honestly, nobody you're with needs the bread. Another thing, people hate going to restaurants with me. First thing they do, when we went to the Keys, we went with another couple, actually the couple that my friend has the brain cancer, and they brought the bread out. And I was like, we don't need that. And Mike's like, well, maybe Pete wants it. I'm like, Pete doesn't want it. Pete's like, yes, I do. And then you can't say no, because the poor guy, you know, he's going through a lot. So I'm like, all right, leave the freaking bread. Well, I didn't have any. Mike, Pete, Katie devoured the bread. And then they were so full. And I'm like, see, that's why I said take the bread away. Nobody likes to go out with me for food. Now I'm going to ask somebody on here, maybe like, Danielle, you want to go get lunch? I'm like, no freaking way. Yeah, so that's the steakhouse. Salad bars are always great. For one, only if you trust the place. Like, I don't know if I would go to, like, I can't think of the name of the restaurant where you have like all the foods. It's I always want to say Cracker Barrel, but it's not Cracker Barrel.
Golden Corral.
Thank you. Golden Corral. Gosh, I just need to take something from my brain. Golden Corral. Like, that's like the worst salad bar. Do not go there. That is not a salad bar. That is, let me just stuff my face and walk out after I ate 8,000 calories and it was all fats. But like sweet tomatoes or just salads is opening up near us. If anybody doesn't know this already, but in our plaza at Orange Theory, lime went out and just salads is going in. So get lean proteins, fish, chicken breast, add extra vegetables, ask for light cheese, dressing on the side. Balsamic vinegar is always a winner. Order it untossed, and that's because it's easier to manage your macros. You can see the amount of things are in it before it gets tossed. Or you can say, how much of this are you putting in it? I'm this person standing at the counter. All right, and how much of this? All right, and how much of this? All right, and how much is this? But I said, I promise this is the only time I'm ever gonna ask because I save it in my app. I do the same thing at the Poke Bowl place. It's in my phone now. I never have to ask, I know. But the first time they were like, oh my God, this girl has got to be kidding me. And I can't lie, actually, there's eel sauce there, I think. I think they give you the option of eel sauce, and I tried it once and it was horrible. Okay, if you're going for pasta and you did not account for it, half a serving. Before they even bring it over, tell them I only want half the serving. Then you're not tempted to eat the whole thing. You're not gonna bring the other half home. You're not going to save $1 million by, you're not going to be throwing away $1 million. What are you throwing away? $5, but you're saving yourself a lot of stress and anxiety. Go with lean protein. Get the Parmesan obviously on the side. If you're getting like chicken Parmesan and they put the cheese melted on top, ask them half a serving, half the cheese. Get a side salad. And so where I was reading, it said, get a box to take it home. Don't take it home. Enjoy it while you're eating it. And then you don't need it ×2. Honestly, do you really? Probably not. Would it be nice to have? Yes, but no. All right. I'm not going to talk about this, but I am going to make workouts. So I'm going to post in the group a bunch of travel workouts. Majority of the workouts are travel anyway, and YouTube is portable. You can take it anywhere, and all my workouts are on YouTube. And if you throw those bands in your suitcase, it's great. But what if you're at a hotel and it has a gym and you want to lift, right? So I'm going to throw in a bunch of workouts. It might not apply to you, but I'm going to label them travel workout, and it's going to go into everybody's program. So it'll be under your kettlebell, just like all the other workouts, But if you don't want to use it, don't use it. And then I was going to go into alcohol, but I feel like we already all know if you drink, track it, you know how to log it. It's either carbs or fats. There's no such thing as proteins. Don't think because it doesn't say it, it doesn't count. Whatever the calories are, you divide it by either carbs or fats, and that's how you log it. Alcohol is empty calories. If you don't need it, don't have it. My last suggestion with alcohol is have a drink, have a seltzer, have a drink, have a seltzer. It'll stop you from drinking so much. It'll make you not want it anymore. And hours will go by before you even realize you only had 1 or 2 drinks. If you're by yourself, don't open up a bottle of wine, because more times than not, that whole bottle will be yours. Try to share it with someone. Okay, that's all I have for the meeting part, but I just remembered a couple of things. Because I didn't do housekeeping. We went right into the meeting and I have 90 seconds. Number 1, oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to put it in the meeting group because now I just totally had 3 things in my head and I should have wrote them down like I do for everything. But the mud run. If anybody wants to do the Mud Girl run, you can buy 1, get 1 free tickets until Sunday. I don't get any credit for it, but there is a link to join the group and it's Shred Tribe Baddies. Buy 1, get 1 free. So you're paying $40 each. It's for everyone. And we're going to get tank tops made and all that. It's not till December and it's in Boca Raton. And we're doing, I think, the 8:30 wave because that's the earliest wave. And then last thing is less than a minute. If you are referring people, make sure you tell them to tell me that you referred them. Otherwise, you're not going to get your $10 credit because I have no way to know. The affiliate link is working on the website. Everything's working on the website. Go check it out. I hope you guys love it. Would love your feedback as well. And I think that's it. So thank you for coming on to the meeting tonight. You guys are awesome. Something new, something different we did today for a topic. Send me topics that you guys want. I'll research it and give it to you guys because I learn as well. Thank you guys. Always be badass, and I will see you next week.